Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Joan of Angels, and I thought that I would tell you how I got the name Joan of Angels because it's a fascinating story, and I did not name myself. The way it happened is that, of course, in 2013, I received instructions through my higher self to paint 33 angels in 30 days. Now, I didn't say yes right away because I'm not a trained artist, and I heard the voice again, and I go, too much, 30 paintings, that's way too much. How am I going to do that? So I said no. And then they asked me a third time. Now, I knew energetically that if they asked you a third time, that it wasn't going to happen again. And suddenly I tuned in and I realized that painting those 33 angels was my way forward, that would change my life in the way that I wanted. I had been praying for a miracle. Anyway, I said yes, and I started painting those 33 angels. I put them all up in the angel loft, and a book fell off the bookshelf that said, "Your call for angelic assistance has been heard." And I experienced that as a confirmation that I'm on the right path. Now, 2 years later, I was guided to move to the desert so I could hear better, so I can actually focus and concentrate on bringing in information. And I was meeting a new friend and her friend for breakfast at a very crowded cafe. So we order our food, and suddenly she's staring at me. She's like this. And she said, "Now tell me your name again. Who are you?" And I started to say, "I'm Dr. Joan Hangarter." And she goes like this, "Say nothing, say nothing." So I went quiet, and I'm telling you, the whole restaurant went silent in my head. She says, "I know who you are," in that big, deep voice. "I know who you are." And she said, "You're Joan of..." So she was going to say Joan of Arc, because I've always had a Joan of Arc thing my entire life. But no, she says, "You're Joan of Angels." And guys, I literally heard the Hallelujah chorus, just so you know. The restaurant was silent. I was in a vortex, and I just knew that's the name that I should take, Joan of Angels. And that is how I became Joan of Angels. And ever since then, interestingly enough, my angels have told me that the reason that I paint is so that humanity, you and I, could see what they look like and have their energy around us all the time. So I paint angels, I paint divine beings, I paint mystical landscapes, portals. I do a few animals here and there, and I've been doing some children's art, but all the art is for your heart. It's designed to art for your heart. What can I say? To really give you love, laughter, and joy. So again, I'm Joan of Angels. You can find my art at shopjoanofangels.com, and I hope to see you there. Have a beautiful day, my friends. And I'm here to talk to you about one of my recent paintings, Serenity's Oracle, which you can find on the website. It's part of the Divine Beings collection. And so I want to explain to you the Divine Beings collection is a series of paintings that actually help connect you to the guides, to your higher self, to those beings, connect to beings and angels that are here to help assist humanity, here to help you do what you really came here to do and have the best life you can. So this image that came through was when I was meditating. I was in a very peaceful state. I was asking to be shown beings that reflect that kind of energy back. So I spent about 20 minutes meditating and connecting as I brought the information in. And then I go on my apps, my cell phone, my computer, and I start working, finding the different images that evoke that feeling for me and using different covers and different filters. And before you know it, this particular image came through, and I knew it was Serenity's Oracle. I knew that she was here to help bring us into a state of calm and balance, tranquility, so that we have that energy around us. So she's perfect in your home if you want that sense of peace, balance, and calm. She also provides wisdom, and some people have reported back to me that they actually feel a sense of knowingness when they have this energy in their home. Also, what is an oracle? So an oracle, in the olden days, the politicians, the heads of states would go and get answers from the oracles. So the oracles, they were really more destiny tellers. They would advise the kings and queens about their next steps, and especially on military and on war matters. So an oracle was considered very important. So Serenity's oracle herself gives you an opportunity to connect with the divine, to connect with your higher self, to get those answers, and to, most important of all, also bring that sense of balance and peace in your home so that you have that energy around you. Perfect for any room in your house, basically, to bring that energy in for you. Some of the things I like about that painting, I love the bird down in the bottom. I love the feeling of the bird. Birds come around and bring that energy of flight, but of peacefulness and tranquility and excitement and joy. She's got that beautiful feather up above, though, that also brings that energy. So I hope you enjoy her as much as I do. I'm here today to talk to you about my painting Giraffes in Love, which actually was taken from an original painting, a 3D physical art painting I did of a beautiful giraffe. In fact, you'll find it in the animal section. But this beautiful giraffe came to me because I just love giraffes. And so I love giraffes because of two things. Number one, they cry real tears, so they actually represent compassion and love. And second, because they can actually turn their heads and see 360 degrees around, which gives them clear sight. It gives them the ability to see things from a larger perspective. So I was creating art, and I took this image of the giraffes and I started working with it digitally again, which is one of my favorite modalities. Added color, especially pink. I managed to enhance the image so we had two giraffes facing each other, and I realized I was creating this image, Giraffes in Love. So it happens to be one of my favorite pieces of heart art. When you look at that image, you really can feel that, and I do believe animals feel that kind of love. So the painting itself emanates an energy of love, compassion, balance, seeing things from a greater perspective. I would say that this is mood art. The art comes through and is designed to bring happiness into your life. When you look at that image, you can only feel happiness, joy, and love. Let's face it. And so one of the purposes of art, of the kind of art that I create, is to really change your energy, shift it in a better way, give you more optimism, more peace of mind, more feeling that all will be well, all is unfolding perfectly for me. About one of my favorite paintings, the goddess Isis. Now, Isis was a goddess from the early Greek days. They say that she was here to assist women, particularly. She taught women the art of herbs, astrology, intuition, psychic arts. She taught them how to plant herbs and food and how to heal. And so she was the goddess of women, of healing, of the divine feminine, and she represents that. I had an opportunity last summer to go to both Egypt and Greece, where Isis is celebrated. And in Egypt, in fact, I went to the Isis temple. And in Greece, we went to different temples where we saw her and felt her energy. And I came home one night and I just was guided to bring out an image of Isis. And so I went and I kind of looked inside. I went through some of my old art and found some images that were kind of similar. And I took that image and I started creating and enhancing it, adding elements to it, adding color, turning it into really one of my favorite pieces. The energy of this Isis painting is really profound. You see her sitting in a chair, in a major chair, that to me was a stargate, a portal. You can see it all around her. A stargate and a portal is an opening into another realm. It's a way to connect with extraterrestrial beings. Also, Isis was an extraterrestrial type of godlike, goddess-like figure. So when you have this particular piece and you're sitting in front of her, you can connect to that stargate. You can actually connect to the divine. You can connect to your own guides through using the energies in these paintings. The energy in this Isis art also will bring out the healer in you, the wise woman in you. So she will help bring out the divine feminine. I want to talk to you about one of my angel paintings today. So Nike, Goddess of Victory, Goddess of Inner Peace. She's one of the most beautiful angels and angelic beings that I have worked with. And she was inspired by a photograph of my dear friend Victoria's daughter. And we were talking and she sent me, she sent me a picture of her daughter. And her daughter's face was just perfect. It had that perfect shape. And I used it in some of my art to start creating a new angelic energy. And as usual, I meditate, I go inside until I get to that state where I just have to create. I just have to. Went on the computer and I was just inspired. First of all, I was inspired by that crown around her head, that beautiful golden band that goes around her. Just inspired by that. And by the beauty that came out of this soft, delicate, such a delicate face with these perfect eyes. You can really feel her graciousness. You can feel her blessings. So Nike was the goddess of victory. Now, this Nike is what I call inner victory because she's not warlike. She's very peaceful. And so she manages to bring tranquility and peace and calm down a warlike environment. So in the midst of chaos, she, through her peaceful emanations, through her ability to connect with spirit, is able to bring down the energy of peace. She's able to calm the seas, calm the anger by her mere presence alone. So one of the things I like to do is embody the presence of the angels in my life. Embody that feeling of calmness, which is not such a human-like quality, but it's more associated with angels and guides. This painting is one of my most popular paintings. When people see Nike, they fall in love with her. They fall in love with that innocence that she represents. And again, that ability to calm the seas, to calm the storms, to bring that inner wisdom. And so victory isn't always about beating someone up or being that over winner. Victory comes from peace within. Victory comes from holding sacred space. So we worked on especially this bandana, this band, this little crown that she wears. I think that's one of the most significant parts of the piece that I love the most. And I also love the beautiful colors, the soft tones, the blues, and that heavenly aspect. And I thought she had very beautiful wings, if you ask me. I'm here to talk to you about my painting, The Egyptian Angel, which I'm going to actually put up here for you to see, and how it came about. So this is the Egyptian Angel. And how did she come about? It was very interesting. I was actually involved in taking two groups of people, about 90 to 100 people, to Egypt last September on a tour, 2 different tours. Very exciting. And I felt really called to dive into Egyptian artwork before I went. And so I went into a state of meditation, my state of grace, and I asked for help and support in bringing through some Egyptian angels. I didn't even know what an Egyptian angel really looked like, but I asked for that kind of support. And she came through. Well, a few of them came through. She was the best one that came through because first of all, look at her golden wings. They are very Egyptian-like and very kind of matter of fact. That's like an angel who's on the job. Let's get it done, guys. And so these golden wings give her a great deal of divine energy, higher vibrational frequency, coupled with that golden necklace around her neck. She's absolutely stunning. And you can feel her energy and her essence. Last year, I was producing a conference in San Diego, the Portal to Ascension in-person conference, and we actually printed up 2 of these Egyptian angels as tall tapestries, 10 foot wide or 8 foot wide and 12 foot long, and they were tapestries. We hung them on both sides of the stage, and the speaker was standing right in between these angels. And one of the most powerful things for me, not only was speaking on the stage between them, but standing next to the tapestry, because the tapestry is 10 feet tall, I'm 5'6", And that feeling of being in the presence of a divine being literally came through with the essence of this art. This art is activated by meaning I've infused it with high vibrations. It will raise your frequency to a higher level so you can actually connect with your higher self, with your angels. And she actually brings a sense of peace and balance and focus wherever she is. I'm going to show you a piece that I call Cosmic Illumination. And you're going to be able to find it in the portals in Stargate. I was really looking for art that was different. I wanted to create abstract vortexes of energy that were surrounding the planet. So if you could actually sit here and look at the formation of all the planets and how that energy looks like, that's kind of what it would look like. So I began by doing the artwork by actually creating and adding in digitally all of those swirls that you see, those portals that you see. If you look close inside the art, you'll see a little being in here. These to me were other worlds, so the energy that's surrounding the other planets and the other planetary influences, I guess you might say, that are being surrounded with the light and with these energies and these threads that connect almost one universe to the next. So you can see the gold here, almost like a ladder, connecting to this other universe over here, another universe back here. And these are universes, literal, so that if you had the eyes to see, this is how it would be. So you see the blue in the background, kind of the blue energy back there, the blue universe. This to me also looks like it's an earth, a big earth of some kind, or a big globe. And this is swirling energy meant to move you around. The orange and red represents energy and vitality. The gold represents illumination, which is why we call it cosmic illumination. But with this kind of art, you can allow it to draw you in and to bring you into it in a way that will actually help illuminate you. You will feel better. Your energy will be better. You'll feel more in tune and more in touch. And that is the beauty of this cosmic illumination. And as always, we can do an art activation for you where you have it in your lap, and we actually align you with this artwork, align your ability to actually receive downloads and cosmic illumination. So I hope you like this one. It's one of my favorite. I like that it's abstract, it's different, it has different energy and movements than a lot of the work does, and I hope you enjoy it. Today, I'm going to talk to you about one of my great paintings, the Stargate Portal to Other Realms, which I find very fascinating and very powerful. I think you will too. It's actually one of my best sellers, so I'm really happy to show it to you. This painting actually came from an image of a Stargate, an actual Stargate, which is created by the Stargate experience. And I went inside. I took some pictures of the Stargate, and then I really asked my guides again for help. How do I bring forward this Stargate or what it looks like on other realms? So you can find this painting, this image, in the mystical landscapes section and in the portals section on the website. As you look and gaze upon this, you could actually literally imagine, especially in meditation, divine beings coming to you from the other side and coming out. So as I began to do meditations, that was my experience. I had experience both ways of going into the portal and feeling the energy on the other side, and also experiencing these beings coming out of the portal, these beings coming out of the portal to connect with me or to connect with you. So as you can see, that's what a portal is. It's a doorway going from one dimension to another. It's a new space that has new energies. And so look at the gold. You're entering a golden tunnel, a golden portal. Those sparkles, this is imbued and embedded with high frequencies that really give you that feeling of seeing beyond the dimension, seeing into a new reality. So perfect painting to have in your home, especially if you're really into creating a new reality for yourself, wanting to raise your own vibrations and frequencies. so that you can live a more expansive life without limits, doing what you came here to do. So I actually highly recommend this painting. I do activations with the art, so you can have her or the painting on your lap, and we can actually literally raise the energy between you so that it raises your frequency and you can traverse those portals more. So if you're into meditation, I think you'll find this one really helpful. You'll find it very, very beautiful no matter what, and it will definitely shift the energy in your home to a higher vibration. But one of my recent creations, I call Embracing the Light. And how did that happen? So again, everything I do, I really go and I meditate. It has to do with what I'm really thinking about. And I wanted to create an angelic being that really held that energy of embracing the light. And so that's what happened. I went in, I meditated, I asked to be shown this kind of art, and before you know it, she appeared. And what is so beautiful about her is that in her fullness, she's just in her fullness with those wings outstretched, gorgeous, gorgeous white, pure essence, almost iridescent. And that brings you just closer to the divine, that brilliant sun behind her, radiating light. What is light? Light, love. That's always the positive, the good energy, the healing one, most closest to the God source, to spirit. And there she is, calling it in a state of prayer and devotion. And that's exactly what I was asking for. That's what I wanted this art to really resonate with, that higher power energy, that we know we're not alone, that our angels, our guides are always with us. And how do we reach them? Through prayer, through meditation, through asking. So funny enough, when I was first guided to paint 33 angels in 30 days, and I put them up on the wall, creating an angel portal, which was quite outrageous, 33 angel paintings. And once it was done, a book fell off my bookshelf, fell face down, opened to this page that said, "Your call for angelic assistance has been heard." So they give you support, they give you the guidance that you need, and they have promised that when you call them, yes, they will be there. So try it today. Go into a state of almost prayer and devotion and say, "I need help. Please help me." So having her in your home raises the frequency, brings their presence in with her. And again, all of this is activated art, meaning I've infused it with codes of higher vibrational frequencies that will actually help you raise your own frequency so you can connect in a better way. And I'm here today to talk to you about one of my recent paintings, Daughter of the Nile, which is an Egyptian angelic being, basically Daughter of the Nile. She's a high priestess of the Nile. You can find her in the angelic section and in the divine beings section, because why? She's a divine being, of course. So how did she come about? Very fascinating. I was a guide for 2 different trips in Egypt, taking them through all the Egyptian pyramids and the temples. And because I was going to Egypt, I felt that I needed to connect energetically and create Egyptian art. So I did. And I went into meditation, listened to some amazing Egyptian music. I began to use different apps that I do to create my digital art. And lo and behold, this amazing image came through, this amazing painting. I am going to show you her. Now, what I love about her in particular is absolutely she looks Egyptian. You can see and feel her essence and feel into her. So not only does she look Egyptian, but just look at that. First of all, have you ever seen anything coming out of the chin like that? Very Egyptian, very regal. This is someone who actually was brought up wealthy and is a divine high priestess or a queen. The markings over her eye, those red markings, indicate her high status and indicate her connection to the divine, to the godlike beings. Look at that earring on her left ear. I just love the appointments in this. I love her headgear, very Egyptian. Each of those symbols. They represent the serpent. They represent her power, her divinity, her ability to connect to source. And even around here, this is very high priestess or queen, like Egyptian queen energy. So I've included her in the collection because of how powerful her essence is. And again, with the Joan of Angels art, I call it activated art because it has a high vibrational frequency. You can actually feel it if she's on the wall in your home when you walk in. So she's got that high vibrational frequency. She also brings you a sense of wisdom, balance, and higher consciousness. If you are really into transforming yourself, she can be a mentor to you. She really can bring out that best in you. And I do activations with the art. You can always arrange to have a session where we actually align you with her energies so that we can raise your energies to the frequency of the divine. And we also do soul portrait essence as well. Hi, everyone. Thanks for watching. I am Dr. Joan of Angels, and you can find my work at shop.joanofangels.com. And you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube using @joanofangels.com. Come check out the cosmic art, the activated art infused with higher vibrations. And I appreciate your watching. Have a great day.